Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. Is the justice system in this beautiful country fair to all people? Is justice supposed to be one-sided, where one set of people tend to walk free, or with just a slap on the wrist, and the other sector of people goes to jail or goes to prison for a long time? I'm going to show you a scenario, ladies and gentlemen. A matter of fact, a couple of scenarios. And I want to read these scenarios because you must have noticed by now of a videotape of a security guard who was twirling around the gun and posing with the gun and flashing the gun all over and doing all kind of skillful things with the gun. Not threatening anybody, but just playing around with the gun. I personally think that was very irresponsible of the security guard. I think that was very stupid. The gun could have gone off and shot the person who was videotaping it. Or a lot of other things could have happened. The gun could have fallen to the ground and a shot fired. A lot of things could have happened. So that was very irresponsible. And also he was fired. A lot of people agreed that he should be fired. A lot of people saying that he should be given another chance. I'm saying that he should be given another chance based on the fact that he didn't hurt anybody, but he did make a mistake which was stupid, and I think he deserved to learn from his mistake, because everybody really deserves a second and a third chance in life. But let's go back to the newspaper. Let's go back to a few months ago of incidents that happened in Jamaica, in Kingston, and let's see how the law deals with these incidents. Let's take a read and refresh your memory of these incidents. Take a listen. You remember, ladies and gentlemen, during carnival time, there was a young man of light skin complexion that was walking through traffic and waving a firearm erratically, wantonly, and he was arrested. You must remember that. He was there during the traffic, waving the firearm around and so on. I don't know if he was intoxicated or depressed or whatever his situation was, but it was really a dangerous situation, not just for people passing by and driving by, but for also his own protection. He could have been shot by the police. Let's go to the newspaper and let's see what the newspaper had to say. The Halfway Tree Police on Sunday night arrested a man who was seen walking around with a gun in his hand in the district where annual carnival festivities were being held. We are aware of the incident and can confirm that the man was arrested and is currently being questioned at this time. A senior officer from the St. Andrews Central Police Division told the newspaper. Reports are that the man, identified as a local businessman, was seen parading with the gun along West Kings House Road. We're talking about a highfalutin community. Another section of Halfway Tree, minutes after he left a popular carnival party. Alleged eyewitness said the man appeared to be drunk at the time. A video of the man walking around with the weapon has been making the rounds on social media. It is not clear if anyone was armed by the man. There are further reports that the man has now been charged with illegal possession of a firearm and resisting arrest. In all fairness, ladies and gentlemen, the man was a licensed firearm holder, but that doesn't excuse him, because they say ignorance is no excuse in breaking the law. That particular man, ladies and gentlemen, would you believe, was set free with no charges attached. He was not convicted. He was set free. I don't know what was the technicality in the case. Remember, there was a video, just like how the security guard had a video, right? And I don't understand, but in law, sometimes you do have technicalities of the law, and he was given free. He was offered, he was set free of all charges, of all court proceedings. That was it. That's the end of it. And I'm going to bring you back also to another incident. This happened just weeks ago. Yes, you remember the Mercedes-Benz driver? Well, the Mercedes-Benz driver in one of the most busiest of intersection, right? Busiest of intersection, was just given a handshake. He apologized for his stupid action and he was allowed to go scot-free. Again, another light-skinned man, if you understand where I'm coming from. No, I'm not bringing up race as an issue, ladies and gentlemen. But in this scenario, it is very important that we identify the truth and speak the truth wherever it may fall. Now we understand how this was done back in the days of the colonial days, when the Uncle Tom or the slave master would pit one slave against the other. Color was one of the factors that they used. The light-skinned slave get a chance to stay in the house and cook the food and take care of the baby. And the darker-skinned slave were the ones that go out into the field and do all the hard labor under the boiling sun and live in the barn outside, while the lighter-skinned slave were the one that get a chance to live in the attic above the boss. So we know classism is very, very, very high in this country. And ladies and gentlemen, not every light-skinned person are prejudiced. Not every light-skinned person behave in any way. I've known light-skinned person that is darker than me in their actions, in their attitude, and so on. I have a friend by the name of Bonnie Owen. She's lily white. But when you talk to Bonnie, her mannerism, how she carries herself, how she appreciates us as a people of dark skin, it tells me that Miss Bonnie is a black woman because her actions is of such. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is good for the goose, as far as I'm concerned, is good for the gander. If you commit a crime and the circumstances and the evidence support that you are wrong, then you should feel the full brunt of the law. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or it doesn't matter whether you're poor. We're talking about equalism. That's what we're talking about. If I commit myself, if I do a crime, I don't want it to be treated in any special way, right? Book me for the crime, let me do the time. Well, if I'm a kind of person that, while I'm in prison and so on, I become remorseful and try, to be sorry for what I does and want to do community work and whatever, then you can be lenient and show some leniency. Ain't nothing wrong with the court being very lenient. But ladies and gentlemen, these things troubles me. It troubles me to see that the same thing, or sometimes even worse, scenarios get overlooked by the judiciary system, and the ones that could have been overlooked, these are the ones that they bring to trial and they get the full brunt of the law. Now this security guard that was waving the gun is fired. He doesn't have a job, right? You remember the man that went on Devon House, where the Governor General live, King's House, wherever that is, that the Governor General live, and he pick half a dozen ackee and he ended up spending about 6 months in jail, right? It's not just about the ackee, ladies and gentlemen. It's just about the fact that you're not supposed to be found on the Queen's land. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to look in through these things, educate your children, teach them how to conduct themselves and carry themselves and to educate themselves, because education is the key. Once you can put yourself in a educated situation, in an educated manner, and carry yourself and get a job, and people will respect you, or they will be forced to respect you because you're intelligent. When I was going to school, I remember I was extremely poor. Me and my brothers and my sisters, we were the poorest in the district. But we got respect from our peers because we were brilliant academically. You know what I mean? They used to come to me in the morning before they go into the classroom and ask me, Claude, could you do my homework for me? And I say, how much total you have in there? You know what I mean? How much greater cake you have there? You have to give me some of that, And then I would just go like this, bam, 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 do his homework, bam, 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 set him up that he doesn't get a cane in, but he has to share his lunch with me. And I've done that, and I know there's a lot of brilliant youngsters in Jamaica who have done that to survive. Youth, remember, especially if you have darker skin, remember the cards are stacked against you. Carry yourself in a way. Don't allow them to use how you look or how you carry yourself and use it against you. I see a number of youngsters pulling their pants below their waist and so on. It is a fad, and I know every young person needs to go through their fad and do their thing and do their this and do their that. But when you carry yourself a certain way, when you act a certain way, remember the card is stacked against you like this. But if you give them reasons also to stack the cards them, guess what? They're gonna stack the cards them. Justice for one, justice for all. I think it should be an equal country. Jamaica is a beautiful country. It belongs to all of us. It doesn't matter what color or complexion you are, because that's why they say we are out of many, one people. But this out of one, many people, out of one Jamaica, many people. Love each other, respect each other, treat each other with respect. And guess what? You see, when you do that, Jamaica, no problem. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And I do hope you can have a great day. Thank you.